Hi, amazing women. Welcome back to class. Today we have the complete STOTT Matwork Essential Workout. If you're not sure what that is, no worries, I'll explain it now. If you do know what it is, I know you're excited because it is 55 minutes of deep core work, postural work, outer hip work, inner thigh work. It's all those little muscles that you didn't know you had. And we're going to go through it really getting into the nuances so that you guys can take away some of the fundamentals of why you're doing what you're doing, how to access the muscles that we're trying to get to come online, so that it's more effective, right? We're going to focus on form. We will focus on breath. So parts of it I'll take slow to cue you into the movement, and then we'll speed it up once we get into the movement. This is for the people that really want to dive in, take something away. They want to learn Pilates and they want to have a video to come back to over and over to get into those nuances. It's also great if you want a quick workout, but it's not going to be the same as let's just get in there and do it. This will be let's learn how to do it and then do it. So if that sounds like what you're looking for and you want to really build on the fundamentals of Pilates and come back to it week after week or month after month, this is the video for you. Let's go ahead and get started seated when you're ready. And so as you come to a seat, you'll take your feet about hip distance apart. Find your sitting bones and then start to, from the crown of your head and chin, start to roll down, flexing forward over your legs. This is called spine. This is breathing flexed forward. So from here, we want to breathe into the back of our lungs. So think inhale into the back of your rib cage, like a little turtle shell, fill up. And then you're going to exhale like you're exhaling through a straw, pressing the breath out. 2 more like that. Inhale into the back of your lungs, the back of your rib cage inflates like a balloon or a turtle shell. And then as you exhale through the straw, you'll feel your abdominals engage. Belly button to spine. 1 more deep breath in. So important to breathe into the back of the body and then exhale through that straw. Feel your core engage. Nice and slowly start to roll up, and then we'll come down 1 vertebrae at a time. Let your hands come to a triangle for me. So bring the index fingers onto your pubic bone and the heels of your hands onto your hip bones or the front of your hip there. This lower triangle is one of the foundations of Pilates. So take the time to learn it because it will be a game changer for pelvic floor, deep core, lower back support. And you can walk away feeling like, oh, you felt your core and nothing in your lower back. So when you find this position with your triangle, I want you to imagine you have a cup of water resting on that triangle, a little teacup of water. When the teacup is level and the water is not spilling, the spine is neutral. So see if you can find where those 3 points are level, pubic bone and hip bones, and then take a deep breath in down into your pubic bone, down into your pelvic floor. And then as you exhale, let the teacup of water kind of spill towards you. You'll feel like your tailbone lifts ever so slightly and your low back connects to the mat. Try that 2 more times. Inhale now, find neutral or level pelvis. And then as you exhale, press the breath out like you're breathing out through a straw and let your lower back come into the mat. Good. 1 more here. Inhale, tip it forward. Neutral, so those 3 points are level. We're not overarching. And then exhale, press the breath out, low back comes down. Imprint. So stay here and imprint. I heard just recently like you have a couple little marshmallows under your lower back and your low back is kissing the marshmallows, and like a little kiss or a hug, it's not smashing. So you might try like smash your low back down. You will feel your abdominals kind of pop out. That's not what we want. I want you to find that little kiss. Now keeping this imprint, let your hands come by your sides. Keep your pelvis really nice and still. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, engaging your core. So think belly button to spine. Start to float your right leg up. Stay here, breathe in. Engaging your core. Press the breath out, float your left leg up. Good, inhale here. Exhale, engage the core, float the right leg down. Inhale again. Exhale, engage your core, float your left leg down. Let's take it even further. Inhale here. We're staying in imprint. As you exhale, I want you to think like a zipper on a pair of skinny jeans and a belt. You're going to pubic bone to belly button, zip up, and then hip point to hip point, belt in. This is called capital T zone. So inhale. As you exhale, zip up your pair of skinny jeans, pubic bone to belly button, and then tighten your belt one notch, hip point to hip point. You should feel a lot of activation there. And then float your right leg to table. Inhale, stay. Exhale, pubic bone to belly button, hip point to hip point, left leg floats up. Inhale here. Exhale, engage in your core, float your right leg down. Inhale here. Exhale, zip up, belt in, core floats the other leg down. Yes. Let's take it further. Inhale. Exhale, zip your skinny jeans, belt your pair of pants, using your core, float your right leg to table. Inhale, stay. Exhale, same thing, zip up, hug in, float your left leg to table. With both legs in tabletop, hug your knees together and let your arms come out to your sides. My hand doesn't have as much room over there, but the arms out to the side. With your knees hugging together, start to keep your shoulders down. Inhale, lower your knees towards your right. Exhale, zip up, belt in. Corset your abdominals to pull back to center. Lots of activation there. Inhale, lower your knees to the other side. Zip up, belt in. Use your abdominals to pull back to center. 2 more to each side. Inhale, lower to the right. Maybe this time you lengthen both legs, bend both knees, and use that core to pull it back. Last one, inhale, or second side, inhale. Maybe you extend. Exhale, bend the knees, zip up, belt in, roll like a steamroller, come back to center. This time, same thing, inhale. Exhale, zip up, belt in, roll it across the back of the pelvis, hold. Extend both legs. Maybe you keep them long as you pull the knees back to center. Bend the knees. Inhale, lower to the left. Exhale, belt, zipper and belt, lengthen the lever, and then use your abdominals like a steamroller, pull the knees back to center. Bend your knees, plant one foot down using your abdominals like everything is working there, followed by the other. Whew, good. Take a couple deep breaths, and then let's come all the way up to a seat. You're going to grab one hand or one knee and take it into some shoulder mobility. So from here, reach your fingers forward. We're just going to warm up the shoulders even more. And I want you to just inhale, reach your fingers out in front of you with your spine staying tall. So we're not reaching forward and we're not like collapsing through the spine. Spine is really zipped up. You've got that zipper now zipping all the way up the front of the body, and you're just reaching your fingers forward and then drawing your shoulder blades back. One more here, reach, and then draw your shoulders back. Good. Now I want you to reach your left arm forward. Let your right elbow draw back and switch. Good, switch. Spine is vertical. Gaze is steady. And see if you can feel one shoulder reaches forward. The other shoulder draws back. 3, 2, 1. Reach both arms forward. From here, take a deep breath in. Find your sitting bones, and then what we're going to do is roll back off those sitting bones. Yeah, you can feel what's called a C curve. This deep core is zipping up and hugging it. Come all the way forward. Restack. Let's try that one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, because if you can get this, you'll feel your core the entire workout. I want you to roll off your sitting bones. Keep wheeling that pelvis under. Pause. See if you can feel pubic bone to belly button, hip point to hip point. They're hugging in. And then you'll start to roll all the way down, one vertebrae at a time. Good. Keep your feet on the mat. Let's work one more principle before we get into the workout. Head position. Take a deep breath in. Find a neutral head position, which is your forehead and your chin are level. Your gaze is straight up to the sky, like you're looking at a traffic light. Imagine your gaze is looking at the red light. And then you just tuck your chin ever so slightly to look at the yellow light. It's that small of a movement. 2 more like that. Take an inhale, find neutral. Exhale, lower your chin, find that yellow light. 1 more here. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, find the yellow light. As you do so, you'll start to feel some muscles in the front of the neck. That's important so we don't get compression in the back of the neck. Now, find neutral again, and let's go into our first exercise. Starting with this, inhale, lower the chin. Exhale, hover the hands, start to peel head, shoulders off the mat. Hold it here, abdominal prep. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, roll back down. 5 of these. Inhale, lower the chin. Exhale, head and shoulders start to peel up. Pause it here at the top. Find that zipper and belt. Inhale. Exhale, roll down. Again, lower the chin. Inhale. Exhale, head and shoulders peel off the mat. Pause it here. Inhale, feel zipper, feel that belt, T-zone, roll back down. 2 more. Inhale, lower the chin. You can always take your hands, fingers interlaced, thumbs down the spine, behind your head for this one. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll back down. 1 more here. Inhale, lower the chin. Exhale, shoulders peel off the mat. Let's pause it here for a couple deep breaths. I want you to feel how your rib cage is knitting together. They knit down to the top of the pelvis there. That front abdominal is really engaged. And then we lower all the way down. Good. Okay, go ahead and flip over onto your stomach, lengthen the legs. Let's take it into some extension through the spine. So that was flexion, activating the front body, the core. Now we're going to activate those postural muscles. So let your hands come to the edges of your mat or out parallel if you're like me and you're not using a mat. And you're just going to find this neutral head, which now your red light is to the floor basically. And you've got this little marble, this tiny little marble under your nose. And you're just kind of resting your nose on that marble. Spine is long, legs are active. Now here, we're going to inhale, just nudge your marble back, almost like you're looking above the red light, reverse head nod, and then extend, continue that extension, start to lift up through your upper back. Slowly lower it back down, bring the marble under your nose. Good, inhale, nudge your marble, exhale, lengthen and lift. Inhale, lower down. Inhale, nudge your marble, exhale, lift. Sorry, pause here, breathe in. Exhale, lower down, find your marble. 2 more like that, nudge your marble, inhale. Exhale, lengthen and lift, core is engaged. Pause here, breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Find that marble. 1 more, nudge your marble, inhale. Keep that extension going. This postural work happening all up the back of your spine. Inhale, and then exhale, roll it down. Find that marble. Good, hands under your shoulders. Give yourself what's called a quick shell stretch. So feet and knees are parallel, engaging your core. So find that zipper, find that belt, and then draw the ribs down to the top of the pelvis. Sit back into this shell stretch, nice and active, and giving that lower back a release. Perfect. Bring it forward. Let's take it to the 100, the Pilates exercise that everybody loves to hate, or hates to love, rather. Roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Okay, so for the 100, we're going to have our knees in table, which means for essential level, spine is an imprint. So find that little marshmallow under your lower back. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, stay there, zip up, belt in. That's important. Feel your T-zone engage as you float right leg up and then left leg up. Good. Now take a deep breath in, reach your hands to hover off the mat. And then you're going to start to pump your arms. So think really strong, like you're quick. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 10. Okay, rest it for a moment. That's what it will look like. We're going to pump our arms using our upper abdominals, or getting your upper abdominals online to create that. And we'll go all the way to 100. Okay, you can lift your head and shoulders if it feels okay. You can lower it at any time. Let's start when we're with lifted, and then you'll see how you feel. Inhale, lower. Exhale, roll up. If that's already tense, let your head come down. And off we go. We're going to inhale and exhale through that straw. 2, 3, 4, 10. Breathe in. 20. Inhale, hug the legs together. 4, 5. Exhale. 30. Inhale. Stay in this flex position. 40, unless your head and shoulders are down. 50. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, zip up, belt in 2, 3, 4, 60. In. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 70. I'm losing my snap over here. 2, 3, 4, 80. Last 2. 20. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 90. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 100. Go ahead and let one knee hug in. The other foot can come down and roll yourself up. Whew, feeling the core. These next two we definitely will. So feet about hip width apart. Think of those, I was just teaching the other day, think of those Norwegian rowers and this World Cup soccer fans. What we're doing is reaching our arms forward. This is called half roll back. You'll bring your gaze down towards your heels. Spine is round, flexed. You can feel, though, your abdominals already connected. So think pubic bone to belly button zipping up, belting in, and then you've got this other layer of abdominals drawing your ribs down to the top of your pelvis. Inhale here, and then stay in that little turtle shell like a roly-poly bug, and you'll exhale, reach it back. Good. Inhale, bring it forward. Stay rounded. Exhale, reach it back, and let's go for 10. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Use your breath. Inhale here. Exhale through a straw. 8. 7. Pubic bone to belly button zip up. 6. Hip point to hip point belt, and then 5. Rib to hip connection. 4. Core reaches us forward and pulls it back. 3. 2. Inhale forward, stay rounded, but this time exhale, roll all the way back. You can take your hands behind your thighs if you'd like. Come down one vertebrae at a time. Next exercise is called roll up. So knees can be bent if you know you've got like a tighter lower back. If not, lengthen those legs, flex your feet. Let your arms come to the ceiling for a moment here. So what we want to notice is where our rib cage is so that we can really get our upper abdominals fired appropriately. So if you reach back without tension in the back, if you reach back too far or all the way to the floor, you'll notice your ribs flare, right? Try it for me. We lose the connection with our abdominals there. What I want you to do is float your arms up about like nose height, maybe higher, and see if you can feel where it is, like that last point before the ribs flare. That's going to be your start position. Keeps the ribs, the core engaged. So we inhale and start to hands to the ceiling, lower the chin. Exhale, we're going to peel all the way up. So peel your head, your shoulders, your mid-spine, stay rounded, reach it forward. Inhale, exhale, roll back. One vertebrae at a time. Arms to that start position. Good. Inhale, initiate. Hands to the sky, tuck the chin. Exhale, start to continue through that movement. Using your abdominals, reach it forward. Inhale, start to roll back. Exhale, continue, roll down. One vertebrae at a time. We'll go for 10. There's 2. Inhale. Exhale, roll it up. Feet are active, reach is active. Inhale. Exhale, roll it down. There's 3. Good. Inhale. Exhale, roll it up. Core is engaged. Active. Inhale. Exhale. Use it, zip up, belt in, roll through the spine. Inhale. Exhale, abdominals, knit the ribs together. Feel that rib to hip connection. Inhale. Exhale, roll it down. Wheel the pelvis under. You'll feel the back of your thighs. Oh, we're only halfway. Inhale, exhale. Reach it forward. Exhale, back of the thighs are active. We pull the sit bones under using the abdominals. Inhale. And exhale. This will warm the core up. Use your breath. And inhale here. Exhale, roll it under. Pubic bone to belly button, zip up. Last two, inhale. Exhale, finish that movement. Rib to hip, core is reaching you forward. Inhale. Exhale, roll it back. Tailbone kind of wheels under. Last one here. Inhale, we did it. Exhale, roll up. Good, inhale. Exhale, roll all the way down. Oh. Bend just your right knee. Nice job. Next one is called one leg circle. Left leg is active, bend your right knee. You can take the knee to table or you can take it straight. Mine is really best bent. And then I want you to find a neutral spine so those points are level. Your pelvis is really still. And then we're going to circle the knee towards the body. Inhale. Exhale, circle it around for 3. Keep your pelvis really still. Inhale. Exhale, circle it around. 2. 1, reverse, circle it around. 3, the opposite direction. Inhale, exhale, pull it through. 2, no clicking in the hip. 1, take it to the other side. Lengthen, bend your left knee. Inhale, circle it in. Exhale, around. 3. The hardest part here, 2, is keeping your pelvis really still. 1, reverse. Inhale, exhale, pull the knee around. 3, 2, good. 1. We definitely feel that. Go ahead and grab your knee for me. Use your core to roll up. Spine twist is next. So this is a full repertoire, right? If you're brand new to this, it's like, what is happening? It keeps you moving. You transition from one to the other. And we get just every little muscle in our body working. So finding a vertical spine. Some of you can sit on a riser. If you have one, a block or a bolster. If not, you can bend your knees because I just want you to find a straight spine. And what we're going to do is bring our arms out to our side, just slightly in front of our shoulders there. Palms down. Start to inhale, lengthen through your spine. And then exhale, rotate it to one side. So just the rib cage. And then you're going to 3, 3, 2, 1, inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, 3, 2, 1, inhale. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Spinal rotation. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Good. So you should feel your obliques, your rotational core muscles and the rotational muscles in the spine, deep muscles in the spine to create that rotation. Really important for healthy hip and shoulder to have a mobile spine. Next one is fun. It's called rolling like a ball. So you're going to create yourself in like a little ball shape. You can wrap your hands around your outer ankles here or shins, depending on the length of your arms. And then you'll find just this little C curve. So feel like that rib to hip connection. Your abdominals are engaged. You look like a little roly-poly bug. We're going to inhale, roll back to the shoulders. And then exhale, pull it forward. 10. Come to that hover if you've got it. 9. 8. Core is engaged. Inhale. Exhale, keep the ribs knit together. 7. 6. 5. Now, if you feel like you're struggling to roll back, initiate by releasing that lower back to the mat. Draw front hip points into the body. 5. 4. Roll it back. 3. 2 more. Roll it back. Woo, last one, roll it back. Find that little hover, pause, take it now, roll it back one vertebrae at a time, hug one knee in, lengthen your other leg out so that you've got imprint. So you're only going to lower that leg as much as you can keep imprint for Essential Series, and then we'll reach for single leg stretch. So we switch, 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 switch. Maybe you inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Feel free to let your head come down. Inhale, inhale. 5, 5, 3, 3, reach, reach, 3, 3, lengthen, 2, 1, 1, knees to tabletop, release it down. Let your hands come behind your head. Thumbs will come down the side of your spine there. We'll take it to oblique. So we inhale, lower the chin. This one is roll up. Pause it here. You've got this rib to hip connection. Before we go into the lower body, I want you to wrap, without moving your pelvis, your left rib to your right hip. Like this, you've got this big X across the front of your torso, and then lower to center. Take it to the other side, right rib cage to left hip. Pelvis is still. Inhale, center. Let's take it. Off we go. We're going to rotate to the right. Lengthen your other leg. Switch. 8, 8. 7, 7, 6, 6. Let's reach 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. One more. 1, 1. Come to center. Release it down. For a moment, double leg stretch. So legs are staying in table. We've got imprint. We're zipping up. We're belting in. We're going to maintain that flexion now. Head and shoulders are lifted, ribs connected. Arms will reach to the outer ankle bones. We inhale. Start to lengthen like you're taking a top hat off. You can take the legs with you. And then exhale. Circle it around for 8. We'll go for 8 today. Inhale. Exhale. 7. Hug the legs together. 6. Reach through the fingers and toes. 5. Maintain that flexion. 4. Inhale, reach. Exhale. 3. 2. Last one, circle it around. Release your head and shoulders down for a moment. Lengthen your legs to the ceiling. Take scissors now. So head and shoulders can be lifted. We're going to take our hands behind the right leg. Let the left leg hover. And then pulse. 1, 2. Maintain imprint. 1, 2. Find a quick little sniff in between. 1, 2. 1, 2. Imprint. 1, 2. The back of the thighs. 1, 2. 1, 2 are working to press. 4 more on each side. Lower your head if you need. Rib to hip. Find those abdominals. Lengthen. 2. 2 more on each side. 1, 2. Last one. 1, 1. Oh, release it down. Let's give that those. We have a little more core because that's just what Pilates is. We're going to give the abdominals a break though. You're definitely feeling those. If you're new and you're like, whoa, there are a lot of cues and there's a lot going on, stay with it. It takes 6 months to even start to understand some of this stuff. But as you build that awareness and body toolkit, you will change the way you walk, you'll change the way you breathe, you'll change the way you carry yourself. And yeah, it's just a really nice longevity practice. Shoulder bridge. So for this one, I want you to find a neutral pelvis, but engage that T-zone. So we've got this little hollow in the low back. We plant our feet. We inhale here. We exhale, press our hips up. We're going to hold it, and then we're going to like point the right foot like a little horse dancing. We're going to point the right and lift it like we're flicking the floor for 4. 4. Keep the hips lifted. 3. That's a note to self. 3. 3. 2. 1 more. Good. Inhale here. Lower the hips. 2 more rounds of that. Exhale, lift the hips, flick the right foot. 4, exhale, 4, 3, little marches. 2, using the glutes. 2, 1 more. 1. Inhale, lower the hips, shoulder bridge, press the hips up, squeeze your glutes. 4, reach. 3, 2, 1. Keep your hips lifted, glutes and hamstrings are working, and then inhale, lower all the way down. Find imprint, exhale, pubic bone to belly button, zip that pair of skinny jeans, belt it in, using the abdominals, float the right leg up, followed by the left. Roll over prep is this next exercise. So the ankles will cross, and you can hug the ankles together. That should already feel like the deep core is coming online. And then we use our lower abdominals to lift our hips slightly and then lower them down to start position. Hips come down nice and controlled. We'll take it for 8. Inhale here. Exhale, lift it up. 8. Really letting it come down slowly. There's 6. Hug the ankles together. 5. Relaxing through the neck and shoulders. 4. 3, 2, 1. Take it to the other side. Inhale, prep. Exhale, tailbone, sacrum, lift. 8. 7, control the way down. That's challenging for me to do. 6, so I'm not the best model of this one. 5, but I definitely feel it. 4, and we'll get better over time. 3, 2, 1, release it down. Let's take it to some glute and hamstring. Go ahead and lengthen the legs. Come all the way over onto your stomach. And the little puppy behind you is so cute. She's just all cuddled up. I wish I could show you her. Let's take our knees. You'll take your hands under your forehead. This is called heel squeeze prone. Prone, we're lying on our stomach. Heel squeeze, we're going to bend our knees to 90 degrees and let our heels come together. Flexing through your feet. So for this first bit, before you do anything, I want you to feel that T-zone. Zip up, belt in. And then you'll squeeze your heels together. We don't have to lift the legs yet. You're just going to hug your heels together as much as you can. Engage your core, engage your glutes for 8. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On this final one, keep your heels squeezing together and then try and lift your thighs up off the mat for 8, 7. Inhale, exhale, lift. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down, lengthen the legs out, find parallel. This one is called single leg kick. We're going to double kick the right, bend the right knee and kind of double kick. So it goes point the ankle, flex the ankle, lengthen. And it should feel like the back of the thigh there. So let's take it alternating sides. We'll inhale, exhale, lengthen the right, left, inhale, exhale, lengthen. 8, 7. This is 7. 1, 2, straighten, point, flex, reach, point, flex, reach, lift the front of the pelvis, reach through the toes, lengthen through the back of the neck. We're going to exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale. 2 more. 1, 2, reach. And last one. 1, 2, reach it down. That breath pattern is trickier than with the coordination, but over time you get it. And eventually I'll get it, cueing it while doing it. Next one is called breaststroke prep. Arms will come, or breaststroke, arms will come out to the side like we did earlier in that prep. So for breaststroke prep, we lift up and we lowered down. We lifted up and lowered down. For this one, what we're going to do is lift through the front of the pelvis. Legs are long and active. We exhale, reach one or both arms forward like you're diving into the water, long through your spine. And then inhale, circle the arms around, open through the front of the chest. Lower it back to neutral. Hands will kind of come through that bent position. Exhale, reach. Inhale, circle it around. Okay, let's try that. Main thing is keep the front pelvis lifted and legs active. Inhale, prepare. Listen to your body though. Exhale, dive it forward. Inhale, circle it around. Let's go for 8. 7. Exhale. Inhale, circle it around. 6. 5. Exhale, dive it forward. Long through the spine. Reach through the fingers. 5. 4. 3. 2. Dive it forward. Exhale, reach it around. 1. Let your hands come onto your shoulders. Press yourself back. Shell stretch. Active through the abdominals, especially through that lower spine. Give your lower back a little relief. And then come to hands and knees. Find your sit bones again. So next one is saw. Same start position as twist, only now we're going to add some flexion so that we bring our abdominals into the movement here. The abdominals that flex versus rotate. Arms out, just slightly in front of your shoulders. We rotate to the side. You're going to flip your back palm and then reach it forward like your head to tail, like you're sawing your little toe off. And then your back arm will pull you back up. Think tail to head. Come back to center. Take it to the other side. Dive it forward. Reach, pull it back. Rotate. Rotate, reach it forward. Back arm will pull you up. Spin and twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, rotate. Reach it up, roll. And then release. Good. Saw. That was saw. This is neck pull prep. Bring your feet together. Hands are just up by the forehead there. You can hug into your inner thighs, or if it feels better, hip distance apart. Here we're going to inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, roll back off of your sitting bones. Inhale, pause. Exhale, staying rounded like you've got a little yoga ball that you're staying over. You're going to round over your legs. And then inhale, restack. Good. Exhale, roll it back. Inhale. Exhale, flex it forward. Restack. Roll it back. Pause. Round it forward. Hug the legs together. Inhale. Zip up, belt in, lengthen. Really give that length to your spine. Such a treat. Roll back. Flex forward. Restack. 2 more. Roll back. Wheel the pelvis under. Pause. Breathe in. Exhale. Flex over your legs. Restack the spine. Last one. Roll back. Inhale. Exhale, flex it forward, restack, release it down. Obliques roll back. So still working that flexion, still working the deep core, but adding some rotation. Feet together or hip distance. Hands will come forward. We're going to roll back and sweep the right arm with us. Extend to the back of your mat. Inhale, nice and tall for 8. So think pubic bone to belly button, zip up, reach as far as you can. Feet are planted. You can even dig the heels down if that feels better to support the back of the legs. 7. Hips nice and square. 6. They will open a little bit through the spine though. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, reach it back. 2 more on each side. Last one, reach it back. Use those abdominals, rib to hip connection. Right, left, inhale, re-stack, and then exhale, come all the way down, and then roll onto your side. Whew, okay, go ahead and come onto your side. Side kick. Pacha's excited. We'll take our legs, our bottom arm is long, take our legs long as well, but bring them out to the front corner of your mat. This one I want you to hand to your hip, give yourself a nice length in your waist. Top leg will lift, and then we're going to inhale, kick it forward, point the ankle, exhale, pull it back, letting that come from glute and inner back of the leg. Good, inhale, pull it back, 7. Pull it back, 8. Zipping up, belting in, 1, 2, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, front kick, 1, 2, last one, pull it back. Let both feet now lengthen out in front of you, or lengthen straight out underneath of you, and we'll point the top ankle, lift, bottom ankle can be flexed, exhale, flex the ankle, pull it down. So lengthen through your top side waist. I want you to keep both, if you take your top hand to your rib and your hip, the rib to hip distance is the same on both sides. We'll keep that as we lengthen, point the ankle, lift, flex the ankle, lower for 10. For 8 rather, here's 7. Point, lift, flex, lower, 6. 5, point the ankle, lift, flex the ankle, lower, 4. 3, 2, 1. Now we'll take the top leg, point the ankle, lift, bottom leg will come to meet it, and then lower it down for 8. Top leg, bottom leg, hug it together, lower, 7. Really long through the legs, 6. Long and lifted through the thighs. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it. I noticed I was rounding forward, so if you're flexing forward, lengthen it out. Legs will lift and lower together now. We've got this. We're almost there. Almost there. It's such a good practice, but it is long. Feet together. Lift both legs. We're in it together. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 8, 7, 6. Long and reaching through the feet. 5, 4. Outer hip, inner thigh. 3, 2. Last one. Lift and lengthen, reach. Pelvis is really still. Next one, pelvis and ribs move. So we actually shorten this distance on the top side waist for side, for oblique side bend. So we inhale here, exhale, float everything up, rib to hip connection. Inhale, lower. Exhale, draw the ribs down to the top of your pelvis. 6, 7, 6. Lower with control. Lengthen and reach. 5, 4. Bottom leg is hugging up. Top leg is hugging in. 3, 2. Last one. Lift it up. Hold. Maybe you flutter kick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet together. Slowly lower. Bend the knees. Take it to the other side. Side leg kick. Or side kicks. Bottom arm is long. We're lengthened through our spine. We're going to bring our feet forward, lifting through both sides of the waist. Take it, inhale, point the foot, pull it back. The challenge here is to keep the hips from wobbling and to keep the core engaged. So we're going to flex, point and pull it back. Aside from all the choreography. 1, 2, pull it back. 6, or sorry, kick, point, pull it back, 5. As I mess it up, flex, 1, 2, point, pull it back. Flex, point, pull it back. 3 more. Pull it back, 2. Pull it back, 1. Take the feet together. Lengthen the legs out. Lengthen through the sides of the waist. Then we inhale, point that and lengthen that top leg. Give me as much, like I can feel it here, but if I reach another little bit, it's like a different level unlocked of that outer hip. Flex and lower down. You can poke at your glute if you need. We inhale, point. Exhale, flex and lower, 7. Squeezing that quad, lifting up through the kneecap. Here's 5. T-zone engaged. 4. Belting across the front of the pelvis. 3. 2. 1. Point the ankle, float that top leg up. Let the bottom leg come to meet it. Lower down, 8. 7. Long through the sides of the waist. 6. Inhale, exhale, lower it down, 5. 4. 3. 2 more. Last one. Both legs now hug together. You're keeping your waist long, so it's not the shortening one yet. This is double leg lift. Both legs float up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. 7. 6. 5. Hug the legs together. 4. Reach through the toes. 3. Long through that waist. 2. 1. Oh, tiny little movements, but such little muscles. So good. Hands pressing down now. Advanced version of this exercise, at least, or of this version, arm is on the waist there. Inhale here, exhale, zip everything up, belt it in, then rib to hip connection on that top side waist for 8, 7, 6, 5, rib to hip connection, 4, 3, really draw the ribs down, 2, hug into that side waist, 1, hold it here, flutter kick, 5, keep that connection, 4, 3, 2, 1, feet together, lower it down, come all the way up, bend those knees, spin it around. Flex spine, stretch forward, same kind of start position as before. We just inhale, sit up tall, just should feel good. Exhale, head to tail, roll it forward. Inhale, restack. Exhale. And inhale. 3 more. Head to tail, roll it down, reach. Inhale, restack. Last one, head to tail, reach. And inhale, restack. Teaser prep. Teaser, like the 100, is another exercise you just hear all the time with Pilates. So if you're hanging in there, this is one to keep practicing. I'm certainly practicing it myself. We find imprint. We find our deep core, T-zone to belt, float the right leg up, float the left leg up. Since the legs are lifted in beginner, you will take imprint. Keep either legs bent. Maybe you take, finding imprint, you'll let your left leg stay down. Maybe your right leg comes to table or lengthens out. As you come down, find neutral. So this little hollow in your lower back. Let your left foot stay down. Your right leg will come to tabletop or lengthen. I'm going to start lengthen. We'll try it. Inhale, let your arms come behind you. So find that position where your ribs are connected. And then we'll slowly start to, you can watch this one first if you need. You'll inhale, roll up. You'll reach towards your, come all the way down, find neutral. Left foot will walk out in front of you a little bit. Right leg will lengthen. Hug the knees together. From here, reach your arms to where your ribs are knit together. And then we inhale, reach to the ceiling, tuck the chin, start to roll up. Move that foot if you need to reach to your heel, and then inhale, lengthen up and out. This leg should stay long. I'm just tight today. And then exhale, reverse that movement, roll back down. Let's keep it that way for today. 5 on this side. Inhale, tuck the chin. Exhale, roll up. Reach to the heel and then lengthen up by the ears. 4. I said tuck the chin, just a little head nod, not a tuck. Inhale, nod the head, roll up. 3. Nice and controlled. You can always do this with feet down. Reach it, lengthen it up. 2. 1 more here. Inhale, lower the chin, roll up. Using the abdominals, lengthen and lift, and then lower it down 1 vertebrae at a time. Finding that start position for the other side. 5 on this side. Left knee can be table or lengthen. Inhale, reach to the heels, roll up, reach it forward, and then lengthen and lift out of that pose. 5. It's like putting everything together, the head nod, the roll up, the reach, the finding neutral, and then the rolling through imprint. 3. Last 2. 1 more here. Nod the chin. Inhale, roll up. Exhale. Reach to the heel and then reach up by the ears. Roll it back down. Ah, wonderful job. Let's take it onto our stomach. Legs lengthen. Single leg extension. Arms are under the forehead. Legs are parallel for this first bit. Take just your right leg, lengthen and lift it. T-zone is engaged. And then lower it. Inhale, exhale, lift. 8, 7, 6. Long through that reach. Squeeze your glute. Lift it as high as you can. 5, 4. Front pelvis still active. 3, 2. Take it up, hold it. Lower it down, left side. Lift the front of the pelvis. Lengthen. Reach. 8, 7, 6. This is what I call Pilates is what I call flossing for your joints. It's like you go through and you floss every single tooth. You clean out each little joint when you're moving it. You're bringing blood flow. You're bringing activation, stabilization. So it stays mobile. And last one. External rotation to turn the feet out. Let's alternate for this one. Lift your right. Squeeze from the glute. Left. 8. 8. Inhale, lower. Exhale, reach long and strong. I want you to squeeze that glute. Like a tube of toothpaste, you're going to engage everything from the hip, the glute, the thigh, the calf, down to the arches and the toes. 6, 5. Inhale, exhale, lift. 4. Reach. 3. Sorry, here's 3. 3. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. 2. Front pelvis working. T-zone engaged. Last one. 1. Really nice job. Swan prep. We'll keep the legs turned out. We'll take our hands under the shoulders or slightly in front of them. We inhale, little nudge of the marble. Exhale, start to lift up. I want you to keep your pubic bone down. So you're only going to lift up as far as you can maintain that and then lower it down. Let's take it for 5. Inhale, nudge the marble. Exhale, lengthen. Legs are active, so your glutes are engaged, your hamstrings are engaged. Lower it back down. Nudge the marble, inhale. I have to really focus on this one. So same thing. If you feel this in your lower back, you're coming up too high, nudge the marble, and I want you to squeeze your glutes more. Then you really feel it. Inhale, nudge the marble. Lift the front of your pelvis. Engage your glutes. Feet stay down. Ah, everything is working in my glutes. 2 more. Nudge them. Our last one, rather. Nudge the marble. Lift. And then lower it down. Let's take it to swimming. Parallel through the legs. Lengthen the arms forward. We inhale here. We're going to start to float everything off. So use those glutes to float the thighs, to float the hands. And then we inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 10. Breathe in. And exhale 2, 3, 4, 20. Going to 50. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 30. Inhale. Pelvic stability. There's 40. Last 2, 3, 4, 5. And reach 2, 3, 4, 50. Ah. Shell stretch, give yourself a relief there. Send your hips back, round through the thighs, or the spine. Stretch through the thighs. Leg pull front. We're going to take it to leg pull prep though. Hands under the shoulders, knees under your hips, tuck your toes. We start to, if you think of earlier, the very beginning, we did this reach with our spine still and row back. That's protraction, retraction. What I want you to think is protraction. So you press your shoulder blades away, stabilize there. Keep that as you lengthen neutral head. We're not jutting out, we're not tucking under. We inhale here, tuck the toes, hover the knees for 4, 3, 2, 1, lower it down. Walk your knees back an inch or 2 or 3, wherever it feels like you can get a little mini plank. Inhale here, exhale, hover the knees. Quarter, 3/4 plank, 3, 2, 1, lower down. Retract, protract. Take it all the way to plank when you're ready. Inhale, right leg, and then left leg, and hold. Lengthen, heels, hips, shoulders, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, neutral spine. It's challenging to do. Ah, good. Let's spin it around. We've got one more exercise for abdominals and kind of playful. And then we'll finish it off with some side bend and some push-up kind of prep. Feet together. We're in this together. This time you can wrap your hands under, or you can stay like we did before, rolling like a ball. It's basically rolling like a ball with a little jazz hand. So seal, we seal, click, click, or smack, 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 or clap, clap, clap our feet. Find that roll back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's try it. There's 2. We'll go to 10. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale. So quick exhale. Inhale. You can really feel when you keep that rib to hip connection. Ah, 4 more. Hope you'll miss one occasionally. Inner thighs, deep obliques. Last 2. Oh, I got a little sloppy on the end there. Good, rest it. You'll feel that though, that's for sure. Side bend prep. So bring your back leg out in front. So it's kind of in front of your other ankle. Your other hand is underneath of your shoulder. The full one will come up and over into a side plank. Today, this bottom knee will stay down. We're going to press up, lift from this seat. So lift from your glute. Squeeze that glute. You doing it with us, girly? And then inhale, lower back down. Let's take it for 4. Here's 3. But I want you to really feel that bottom glute. See if you can get it. Lower with your glute. 3. You doing it with us too? Last one. Reach. Hi, sweet girl. Hi, sweet girl. And then lower down. Take it to the other side. Okay, let's take it to the other side. Go ahead and bring your back leg in front, or your top leg in front. Press up. Squeeze your top glute. And then use that seat to lower down. 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, zip up, hug in. Use this back pocket to reach. 3. 2. Inhale, exhale, reach up and over. Last one. And release. Good, let's finish with push-ups. So push-up prep. Hands will first, we're gonna do 3 versions. First one like a diamond. Find that same triangle you had earlier. Lengthen, I said diamond, same triangle you had earlier. Toes can be tucked, lifted, your choice. Lengthen hip, so we're not here. We'll lengthen our hips forward, knee, crown of the head. Knee, hip, crown of the head, lower down. 3, 2, 1, press it up for 4. 3, 2, 1, press up. 3, lower. 3, 2, 1, press up. 2, 3, 2, 1, press up. 1. Take it wide. Inhale. When you're ready, 45 degrees at the elbows. Press it up. 4. Inhale. 3, 2, 1, press up. 3, lower. 3, 2, 1, press up. 2. Last one. Press up. 1. Final one, triceps. Inhale, lower. 3, 2, 1, press it straight up. 4. Press it straight up. 3. Press it straight up. 2. Last 3, 2, 1, press it straight up. 1. Woo, nice job. Thank you so much for joining. Stretch with us, watch a girl. We had a moment, she like hit my chin and then it hurt and I said something and she felt like so bad. I'm like, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It just like kind of brought back, I remember being a kid, like sometimes I would get really high energy and like that high energy like stresses your parents out and then you feel bad for it and it's like, I don't know how to control it. Now I do, you know, but it's just made my little heart hurt for a moment. Let's take an inhale. This one is for you. Bringing your center, bringing yourself back to your own center. Inhale, this is like your sacred little special bubble that just you to you. You get to create that. Thank you so much for joining. Give yourself a hug. Keep coming back to this video. These practices are, if you like it, you know, everyone has to find what's best for them. As I'm doing it, I'm like so into it. I love the nuance. I love the focus. I love the dialed in cues. Whereas some people are like, that's too much. I just kind of want to move. I don't want to think that much. Others, really, I feel like Pilates draws a lot of intellectual, cerebral, tends to love the thinking because it lets their mind go somewhere else. And it's like you walk out an hour later like, that was blissful. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. I'm going to be posting lots of good stuff here always. If you want more of that personalized attention, come join us in Soma School, or I have several one-on-one clients. Feel free to reach out there. Thank you so much for joining. Mwah. And let's keep moving together.